What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the channel. Today we're going to be going over the JDI push button start on a 92 through 95 Civic. And today I'm going to show you how to install it. Stay tuned. Okay, so we have the JDI kit here in front of us. I've already opened this up when I first got it. What we have here is our little box with the wiring harness that goes into the fuse box and then into the wiring harness itself to the factory ignition. What it comes with, like I said, is this box here, your wire. Here's your push button wire for if you have like an upgraded button, which I had bought the upgraded button here. It's this red one. I went ahead and installed it onto the clamshell last night, but literally all you do is you put the button in there, and then it has this little threaded ring on here to tighten the button down onto the clamshell, and it comes out like that. So basically you have an antenna. Best place I decided to put it was underneath this interior panel that's going under the car itself. So basically, when you install this and you go to initially start it up, you want to put this key near this ring, which would be on the other side of this interior panel. So in this green wire here you have hooks up to the brake pedal. There's a switch underneath the dash, which I'll have to locate. This actually goes with this. This is a little three-way connector here. You want to put this on the dark green wire that's on the pigtail plug on the brake pedal. And yeah. Okay, so now that we're in the car and we're looking here at the dash, this is after you remove your panel from this part of the car. You have this metal plate here. You have 10 millimeter here. I believe you got one in there. You got to remove this off to get to your ignition wiring harness that's ran here, up in here. And you have one that goes into the actual fuse box itself. I'm gonna go ahead and get this plate taken off, and we'll get back to you on the next clip. Now that the metal plate is off, you have your fuse box and stuff here exposed. What you want to do is, when you look underneath here, there's a port here on your fuse box. The wire to ignition unplugs from here, and then the other one is up here on the side of the steering, or left side of the steering column. And then you got to look back here in the back. Give me a second. There's a white plug that's right there. That goes over your brake pedal assembly here. It's a little sensor. You can see it right there, which comes up here, and you have this little blue plug. You want to unplug that from there. Got these unplugged, and here is a dark green wire in there. All right, now that I've got a better view of this plug here, I want to show you which wire you want to use your three-way connector on. The wire you want to use is this green one here, this dark green with the dark green wire with the white stripe on it. Don't use the light one, use the dark one. The dark green is the one we're going to use our three-way connector to clip in the line for when you go to mash in your brake to hit your start button. All right, so when you get done with the wiring down there, you gotta look over the column to where your ignition is, and you have these little bolts here. You got to use a hammer and a chisel to knock these bolts out, which luckily these ones here are not really tight, so it just takes a few taps until you're getting them out. And once you get them out, your ignition can come out. Stay tuned. All right, so now the ignition's out. These were the bolts I had to tell you about. They didn't really come with like a hex or a flathead. So what you have to do is you have to take a chisel and slowly tap it until the bolt and stuff comes out. Now notice when you do this and you remove this ignition, you lose your lock function here for your steering wheel. Now you can either keep the ignition on and drill it somewhere else. Like I originally wanted to do it right here. Maybe it might be in the future. That's why I'm gonna keep this just in case I wanna do that. But the next step, we're gonna take the actual modulator box that I have here in the back, and we're gonna start installing everything. So here's our module box, and we're gonna start plugging everything up. We also have a ground here for this box. They recommend you put it here where this bolt hole is, and that's where I'm going to put my ground at. I'm going to use this here with this ground and then bolt it up in there into there. So basically what we'll do, take your small little plug here, I'll clip it into the fuse box there. Take your other plug up to the right here. We'll clip that in. So I got the first plug in, got the second one in to the fuse box, ran our ground here. Now I'm going to take this green wire here. Now this one goes from the box to the actual brake pedal itself. So you'll just hook this piece here right into this one here, and then you run this in to the little three-way that's here in this plug that's right here. Green wire plugged in, green wire plugged in here to this three-way. This is how the brake will activate the push start button to turn on your vehicle. All right, next we'll have to plug that plug back up into the sensor, and the last thing to do is hook your push start button up. So once I get everything hooked up, I'll show you how everything's run, and then we'll go for a first startup. All right, so basically we have literally everything hooked up we need. We have the button, the antenna. The antenna is ran here beside of this plug-in, and then your brake pedal wire is here. Your push button start will be on that side. Everything is ran. You got the clip up there where your brake pedal is. Three-way to that, hooked up to there. That plug goes to the fuse box, and then that plug there on the side of the left side of the steering column. And now we will try for our startup. All right, so here's our first initial startup. What you want to do, take your key, put it over that, hear a double beep, your light here, start flashing. All right, the light starts flashing, press the button. And then mash the gas, brake pedal, and start up the car. Then when you want to turn the car off, can't turn the car off when it's like that. You want to turn the car off, mash the pedal, push the button, cuts off. I'm gonna get all this mess cleaned up and we'll do one more initial startup with everything put back together. All right, now everything's cleaned up back in my car. I'm gonna show you how to do this. You take your blue key that you get from JDI. You want to hear the double beeps. Press your button one time. Radio kicks on. One more time. Fuel pump, everything primes. And foot on the brake. Finger on the push start button. And like my battery or something's going dead in this thing. That's it. JDI push button start, fully installed and operational. And if you want to turn it off, foot on the brake, finger on the button. That's it. All right, so that concludes today's episode. You saw me install the JDI kit by Jordan Distributors. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below where you can find the link to buy the link to buy the system. I'm not sponsored by them by any means. It's just something I bought from them and tried for myself. And I looked on YouTube, and I tried to find particular vehicles that they installed that kit on, and I didn't see anything for mine. All I seen was from the EK Civics, but basically it's the same thing, same concept. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the share button, and if you liked it, smash that like button. Until further ado, thank you for watching, and y'all have a good day.